All right. Well, we're live. It's Friday, so this is Basic Expert Day. Playing some classic Dungeons and Dragons in the Mystara setting. Very long-running campaign, and I think we have gotten to the lofty heights of what's the highest level? 7th level. Yeah,
Sure hope
there it
I'm not
is.
the highest level.
Phil is on top
Yeah, after like 6th, it's a grind to get further higher up in the old classic D&Ds. Dion, who do you got tonight?
Hello, I'm Dion. Tonight I'm playing Stoltine Reinbach the 7th. Always been the 7th. Has not been the 3rd. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The very old amber tradition of slaying your way up the generations. Yeah, that's just how it goes. Richard, who you got?
Hi there, I'm Richard, and I am the basic portion of this BX game that we're playing, as I am playing Scribbleshanks, the halfling.
Not a thief, halfling.
Definitely not a thief.
Jameis, who you got?
Hi, I'm James, and I'm the slash of this B/X edition because I'm playing an elf.
Are you sure?
Priest.
You mostly bash things. I mean, you've got a mace.
Yeah.
No.
We must
Why,
deal
Dion?
with someone.
He'll drop back in. I'll drop him in as he comes back.
Level 8, Rudy.
Level 8. Okay, so 8th level is the height.
No, wait for Bill. Wait for Bill.
Okay, Bill, who you got?
I have got Radnor the Large. I am a 9th level magic user. I have been playing since session 2, and I believe I've been a 9th level for like a year or two. It's been a long time.
Yeah. It's been that. And Constantine, with new player character, who you got now?
Hello, I'm playing Dilda, the dwarf.
I thought we changed it to Dilga.
Dilga.
Yeah,
Sorry, my brain still has it as Dilga. Dilda.
Okay.
Ah, whatever. Close enough.
That one. Yeah. All right. So last session, you find yourself in the Isles, just to the south of the continent you were on. You have apparently enrolled in the military. And being taken to your job site, along with the driver of this caravan. You have, excuse me, 3 other new recruits to the military here. You've heard a little bit of their story, and you are halfway point to where you will be taking up your new military enlistments. You just arrived to your, we'll not call it destination, but your stop off point for the night. I shouldn't assume, because you're going over terrain that was normally well traveled and patrolled well enough that it's not typically an issue, but with a lot of the population gone off doing something, you're not sure what, because that's what you're here to find out. There were a lot of abandoned farmsteads, a lot of abandoned outposts along the way. And so things are a bit wilder than they were, but halfway into the trip, nothing so far has happened. Have you been setting watches? And if so, what's your typical watch? So it's you, the 3 other recruits, Styre, Torquia, and Kilter. The caravan leader himself not taking any shifts. He is attending to the horses. He is cooking poorly for everyone, and is taking care of the wagon load.
I'll be doing a watch. I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Cool.
Assume you break it into 3 watches in an evening. Would you have first, middle, or last watch?
I could do first.
Okay, you'd have first. So basically, you'd be doing the watch right after having settled down for the night, after having, again, a bad meal cooked by Scupper. He seems to think that he does okay. He doesn't. He It's hard. It's hard to burn water, but somehow.
Mhm.
So with Stoltheim on first, and you know what? Kelter will join you on first. He is the cleric
Oh, cool.
of a new god, as you learned last episode.
Yes. You definitely will probably want to just learn about this god as much as he wants to like talk about it. I don't know. I let him geek out on it. Me.
Hello, doggy.
And that's why we got attacked, because they were too busy talking.
Who would be on second watch?
Me,
If any of you.
with my
So-
elf eyes.
Galen?
I
Okay.
could probably do it. It's late at night, and I mean, it's not the worst. I still got moonlight, and I'm in the wilderness. It's better than where
Okay.
I used to live.
So Galen and Dilga will take second watch. And who's on third?
I'll do third.
What?
Okay.
You never do a watch. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, but trying something new.
Torquia will be on watch with you as well,
All right.
leaving Scrimbleshanks and Sterile to not have to deal with watches.
Yeah,
He
Scrimble
gets
changed
empty all the time.
so much last time that we're letting him take a break on watch this week.
And if you give him a chance, he'll tell you all about why he's not on watch this week.
Oh, yes.
Has nothing to
You know
do
how
with
watching came about? Oh, it's a fascinating story.
or why they just don't trust you on watches, and therefore you don't have watches anymore. It was all a clever ruse on your behalf to never have watches again. It only cost the lives of half your village.
Well, I didn't like that half anyway.
They were the tall half. All right. First watch. So Stoltheim, you are having a little talk with Kelter.
Mhm.
Kelter Zurbin. He is a tall, well-built, formidable man. You would formidable. You would think that he would be more of a mercenary or a fighter, more so than of the clergy. And yes, he relates that this is a newfound thing for him. Left dead on the battlefield. He told you everyone the story last time, and that's where he found his new religion, the form of Balfac, who was a great hero who arose to godhood and is now reaching out for those to serve his mission. He also tells you, almost like a confession, as to why he's really here. Stoltheim, you just have one of those faces that people open up to. They just want to tell you their life story and have you sling them alcohol for some reason. So really, no, he's here to much like your own mission, to find out where the populace is gone. He has also heard rumors that the population has suffered a very large decline, but not due to death, not due to war, not due to being conscripted. He was sent here by his god to find what evil has caused this and to right that wrong. And so he joined the military to find out, just like you.
This sounds like a noble deed. Thank you for sharing this with me. I look forward to helping you in this endeavor.
I see you too wear the holy symbol of a goddess. A god?
Oh, I follow the lady.
He pauses.
Fairly recently. I'm still
The lady?
trying to learn the ropes.
The lady, the nature goddess?
Yes, I think so, yeah.
I was going to say Scrimbleshanks then spends the next hour telling how his lady wants to ruin the world, to create everything into a black, endless night.
Scrimbleshanks does none of that.
Oh, no, sorry. Stoltheim. Stoltheim. No, so yeah, you guys talk through your shift. Perhaps keeping an eye out, perhaps not, but nothing happens bad. And so at that point, Radnar and Torquia, or no, excuse me, Galen and Dilga, will spell you. Do you guys? Up to you. Scupper doesn't care. After cooking dinner, he will leave the fire burning if you wish, or he will bank it so as not to have fire at night. Your choice. He's leaving it up to you folks to guard the caravan. Torquay and Style both think that the light, you should keep the fire going because there is enough wild animals in the area. The fire is it would keep that from being an issue. Wild animals typically don't like fire. The two-legged variety of animal, however, it would attract them, but they're willing to risk it. What is your choices? You outnumber the other three, so if you're voting here.
I'm happy to let it go, but I'll be moving outside of the range so my elven eyes can kick in properly.
Sure. All right, okay. So that's to leave the fire burning then?
Yeah, we can leave the fire to burn.
Yeah, why
all right,
not?
Galen, take your mini and push it outside of at least where Torquia's character is. Say the campfire's right there. Move your character at least 4 squares away from that and just kind of drop you where you would be. Okay. That works. And Dilga, where will you be taking up watch as well? You also can see in the dark, but not if there is light next to you.
I find my character there he is. Well, if he's going out that direction, I think I ought to be looking down the road a bit.
Okay. That works. All right, let me have both of you roll a d6.
All right.
Yeah, we can't see those shadowy figures there at all. No, not at all.
Yeah,
I see nothing. I see nothing.
I ain't seen shit.
Okay. Neither of you rolled a 1, so it doesn't come as
Or
a surprise. Or 2. Well, no, this isn't a notice. This is a surprise check.
Right.
And let me just go ahead and put these guys out into the token.
Hey!
As the sound of a bong rips in the background.
It's a hookah.
You call it whatever you want to, Dion. We all know.
Yeah, that's for after the show.
Galen, so you probably looking in the direction or here as the soil kind of erupts out as if it were very soft around 3 very green, almost foliage-looking creatures that just spring out of the ground and start rushing towards the camp. Dilga, you'd see the same, except they almost erupt right at your very feet as they come out of the ground and seem to be your camp is now surrounded. You guys are not surprised, so we're just going to roll into normal initiatives for the first round for you guys, and then we'll see if anyone else wakes up. So let's have Jameis roll a d6 for your side. Jameis, you're the only one capable of casting, so are you casting?
Yes.
Yes,
I'm trying
okay.
to spell up because we'll need to know it, but yes, I am. Right, D6.
D6.
Is going...
Boom, 6. Ooh,
Wait.
6 on them as well. So this is simultaneous. You're casting, and they are not directly attacking you, so go ahead and do your spell.
I've noticed there's cold person against the group.
Hold person.
Yeah, so the first thing to do is D4 to see how many I get, and then if they're all high enough level, it doesn't matter anyway. 2 of them, are they greater than 4 + 1 hit dice?
They are, in fact, greater than 4 + 1.
Then it does nothing. I've wasted my spell.
Okay. In which case, this group here rushes into camp. Dilga, these 2 kind of erupt near, like right underneath you, so they're going to turn to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is simultaneous, so you'll get your attack off no matter what as well. And then this one is going to rush into the camp as well. So let's go ahead and go ahead.
Are these zombies?
You don't know what they are. They're dark
Ah.
green creatures that are about 7 feet tall. Very long limbed and short torsos with kind of elongated faces and noses. Humanoid, 2 legs, 2 arms, but you don't really know what they are. Actually, make an intelligence check.
Oh, okay.
You can do this too, Galen.
Yeah, you can say I don't know. That's quite fair enough.
I probably don't, but
Ooh,
sure.
ooh, very close. Decent success. Not quite a
Yeah, that's a fairly good success there, Galen. They appear to be trolls, but you've never heard of trolls that are this similar to vegetation, because that's what they look like. Even their hair looks like fronds of wood and twine, very covered in leaf. But otherwise, the appearance is very similar to a troll. Okay. So Dilga, 2 attacking you. So let me go ahead and get these out of the way. Let's see, what is they?
Yeah, no, I ain't no shit what they are. I'm not even from this type of biome.
You have no idea. Yep. So the first one. So that's 5, 17, 20. So the first one hits an AC of 3 or less. What is your AC for Dilga?
Well, that's the funny part. It is a 2.
Ooh, missed.
Yeah. Dwarves have
Okay.
plus AC, funnily enough.
Yeah, but so 2 of them are in melee with you. They both miss. You can go ahead and roll an attack as well if you want on either one.
All right. Yep.
AC 7 is not enough to hit.
That's fair enough.
Okay. And then the rest of them just kind of rush into camp. I'm assuming some of you have bedrolls. Radnar, you probably like the warmth, so perhaps you're closest to the fire, as well as Torka, because you two are going to be on the next shift. So go ahead and roll a d6. Just don't roll a 1. And I'll do the same for your companion. Fine. Bill?
Oh, no. I'm trying to figure out how to make technology work.
You're all good.
I think it involves killing a chicken and speaking in tongues. You did okay. You and Torquia awaken. So you're still in whatever you're using for a bedroll. You realize something is wrong. You're not quite sure what until you find several forms kind of entering the area of the campground. Since there is a fire, you can kind of see by that kind of light that's going on that they're large, humanoid, 7 feet tall, browns and greens. They look almost very like I don't know, like living trees perhaps. But bestial at the same time. So yeah, their action was basically to rush into camp. So they're not doing anything else. You and Torquia are awake. Let's have Stoltheim and Scrimbleshanks roll a d6, but in this case, okay, you're still asleep, Stoltheim. Yeah, you're still asleep. Richard, roll a d6 for Scrimbleshanks. You run a 1 or a 2 since you're demi-human, just to notice if there's anything odd going on. Yeah, you awaken to something is wrong in the camp. And let me check on the other 2 NPCs.
3.
1 and 3. So the cleric
Scupper doesn't get a chance to wake up.
Scupper sleeps like the dead. You can hear him snoring with inside the wagon. Sterile is still asleep, but Kelcher is up. So you can all act on this next round, which I will have Richard roll for your side.
Oh, I was enjoying the sleep.
Yay, I get more sleep.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not getting up.
Well, your side goes first. Anyone casting? Bill, you can cast your. Well, actually, no. You're still in your bedroll. You'd have to at least take an action to get up out of your bedroll.
I can grab my staff and cast, can I?
Yes, you can. Yes, but that's using an item, so that happens in either missile or melee.
Gotcha.
Galen, are you casting?
I cast mace to the back of one of these guys' heads.
Okay. Kelter will do much the same. He's going to attack this one here. So missile would be next. So Radnar, what are you doing with your staff? What are you casting?
Is it fireball?
No.
Master Spectre.
This can do a lot of shit, man.
Yeah, that's the point.
Only if these creatures have orifices to do stuff out of.
Elementary canals. Yeah.
Okay, like a cone.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably going to get me, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if I could get like, okay, I was trying to move it on the screen there. If I could get it like here, which I doubt I can, I could get these 4.
You can't move. You're in a bedroll. You need to.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So
I'm assuming you're just grabbing your staff and pointing at what you're. So if you've got something that does a cone, you can catch like those 2, I would say, without catching Galen, or you can catch the 2 at the top and catch Galen.
I'll catch the 2. I'll catch these 2. Without catching Galen.
Sure.
Cone of cold. And that
Cone
does
of cold.
8d6 damage if they don't save versus spells.
And if they do save, it's only half.
All right. So saving. 2d20. Boom. Oh.
At least.
Well, let's see.
Both.
Fighter 6th level. Okay, no, one of them saves, one of them does not.
Okay.
So
go ahead and roll your damage.
38.
Pretty good.
Okay,
Pretty good.
38. Let's see. This one is the one that failed the save and is frozen solid. This one made the save, and so it's going to take 19 points of damage.
19.
Also enough to freeze that one.
All right. Take that.
All right, so that was missile. So melee, Galen?
See, the mage casually does 38 points, whereas I am maybe doing a d8. If I can find where the thing is. There it is.
Well, there is one that's frozen. You could strike that
I'd
one.
be going for the one that hasn't been. I'd be going for the one straight in front of me, that one there. So I miss.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yeah, and do what did I roll? I rolled a 2. Okay, yeah.
Scrimbleshanks, what are you doing?
Roll over. I'm going back to sleep.
Okay. Kelter attacks this one but misses. And this one will turn. Okay, so it's their turn now. Actually, Torka made her, so she's going to attack this one too. Blip. 12. Let's see. Hits AC 5. Not enough. Okay, also misses. Okay, so their turn. Galen, this one's attacking you.
Oh, it's beaten.
No, that's going to be a big miss. Dilga, actually, you didn't take your turn. Dilga, did you want to attack one of these 2 before they try and rip you apart?
Of course, I'd like to slaughter.
Would you?
Yes, I don't think
no, apparently you don't want to. No.
I do.
Right,
I
so
just
they're
don't
both
have the hit. Sorry.
They're both attacking you now. 10. That's not going to hit you. Ooh, that one might. 20. So that hits an AC 1. And yep, so that one hits. Actually, now that it hits, it is going to do. Okay, it bites you with a maw filled with not really teeth, but it looks like sharpened stones that are just kind of wired in with a bunch of root and weeds. 9 points of damage. This one's going to hit Torquia. Try to. It's going to miss. This one's going to try for Kelter. Nope, also misses. Kelter's got plate. And there we go. That is round. So those who haven't woken up yet, there's a great, terrific din. Spells are being cast, maces are being swung, all of this other sort of thing. So if you are still asleep, you are now awake. Except for Scupper, who continues to snore in the back. Radnar, you didn't say you were getting out of your bedroll, or do you? You could have. You could have.
If I could have, yeah. I mean, if I could have, if you allow me to, I'll get up after I shoot the, the thingy.
Yeah, you would have taken your ranged attack and then your move. That's fine. All right. Next round, let's have Dion roll a d6.
Yeah.
And the whole camp is awake now. Although just awake. So Dion, you're rolling out of your
4.
bedroll. 4 simultaneous rounds. Anyone casting?
Yes.
Am I in a tent, or can I see what's going on around me?
I don't know. Would you have a tent?
I think so, yeah.
Then you're in a tent. You're probably just keeping me out of your tent.
I wasn't sure if that was like a thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm in the tent.
Okay.
I'm not
Radnar, you said
casting.
you were casting. What are you casting?
All right. Is this one by Galen?
He's in melee with Galen.
He's in melee with Galen. Okay. So I probably shouldn't cast on him. There's a bunch by Stoltheim. Actually, can I change that and use an item?
Yeah, you'll default to ranged then. So ranged is next. Anyone shooting? That would be you,
Okay.
Radnar.
I'm going to see if I can
Oh,
get...
I'm sorry. Hold on a minute. Spell. And we're simultaneous. This one is actually sort of casting. Sort of.
Which one?
The one that was
The one
in front
on
of you,
you.
Galen.
Okay.
All right. Galen and Radnar, both of you make me a save versus... I believe in this game, dex save is basically save versus Dragon's Breath. Is in this one? Yeah, that's
This
basically
is Dragon's
your
Breath.
save. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my weakest one.
Yep.
It's one of my weakest ones. Not a problem.
I did not
Okay.
succeed.
So Galen takes 8 points of damage. Wait, no, not 8. Call it 20, so it's 10. 9 points of damage. Radnar, you take 19. As this one explodes like a bomb with pieces of sharpened vine, thorns, rock, all kinds of hard scrabble. And it also wipes out the 2 here. And that one's got some cover from a tree. I'll give him a save.
Oh, that's nice.
He saves. Yes. And just explodes.
Oh,
So that was
Phoenix.
the magic. Yep. Okay, so Radnar, you did your range. Was anyone else going to do range that can do range?
I didn't do anything yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Go ahead, Radnar.
All right. Okay, I'm going to do another cone of cold on this one and this one.
What is the dimensions of the cone?
It's 60 feet long and 30 feet wide at the top.
You're going to hit Stoltheim's tent, but that might be fine.
I'm still laying down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's laying down.
It will hit those three. It will hit those three, but also hit Stoltheim's tent.
Okay.
Potentially, it might hit Kelcher actually because he is in melee. I'll give him a save. So I'll do him in there too. So if he saves, he won't take any damage. So these are for the three creatures. One of them saves, and Kelcher saves as well. So he won't take any damage. So go ahead and roll the damage.
All right.
You're using the same cone of cold?
Yes.
Okay. Mark down somewhere that you've used it twice. 34 points. I think even half is enough to take out. Oh, nope, it's not. This one has got 20 points, so he is not taken out. And the other two did not save, so they are both taken out. So they are frozen in space and maybe dead, but definitely frozen. Okay. Just narrowly avoided Kelcher. Stoltheim. Stoltheim, make me a luck check. High or low?
Oh, hi, baby. Always high. Let me just get to it and click it, please. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Hi.
So instead of the top of your tent now becoming a solid block of ice and falling on you like impaling spears from above you, it simply is blown off and goes flying and shatters off elsewhere. You now have skylight in your tent.
Sorry.
Oh, I always did enjoy watching the stars at night.
So that was range. So if no one else has got range, anyone? Actually, Styro does. He's going to shoot a crossbow. It looks like Dilga, you've got 2 on you. He's going to shoot a crossbow at the one on your right. Boom. Ooh. Misses.
Because I already attacked, does that mean I don't get to do a ranged?
No, that was last round. You're in the middle of melee, so you can't really swap weapons.
Okay. Wanted to know.
Okay, so Styre had a range. Scrimbleshanks, you want a range or no? You're gonna keep sleeping.
I'm not even out of bed yet, so.
All right, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. So now into melee. So let's start with Dilga because you are definitely in melee with 2.
Yep.
They're both going to attack you, and you can go ahead and attack one of them. That's going to hit.
That's not going to hit.
That's not going to hit. Only one of them hits you, though. Okay. Just a single point of damage. Just scratches you with one of the branch-like fingers. This one over here on Torka and Sterile, however, nope, I've already passed magic, so only the one exploded can't explode again. It's going to miss. And then we've got one right up here. I think it's going to charge Radnar. Attack Radnar.
Of course he is.
It's going to miss. And Kelter's fine. Kelter is going to run over to help Stoltheim because you're buddies now.
Yay!
So
wait, those two are dead, aren't they? Oh, okay.
And well, he's going to attack that one right there, right below him now. Boom! That's going to miss. Sterile is doing his thing.
I'm still on the bedroll as he runs over me. I'm just my hero.
Ooh, she hits.
Oh dear.
Let's do 3 points. Okay, so she's doing some damage against this one. I think that's everyone unless Scrimbleshanks wants to do something. And Stoltheim, you need to do something, as does Galen, actually.
My target disappeared who was right in front of me that kind of blew up.
Yes,
so I don't know if
it blew up.
I don't know if I can do a melee attack against anything or not. I don't know.
Melee you can. Yeah, melee. So the only things that are like I shouldn't have allowed Bill to change from casting to range. But like if your declaration is melee, you don't have to specify a target of your melee. Just melee is your action. So yes.
So could I move up and attack him?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. And I hit. And I max damages. 9 points.
Yeah, you hit. 9 points. Out of its 20. Okay. That hurt.
That's as much as I can.
Stoltheim. You are now with your new sky roof tent. It's a fashion statement. Sometime in the future, they'll dig it.
I scramble up, and do I have movement after standing up? As I just have?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Well, okay. So be honest with me. Would Skull Time be swaddled in his bedroll and comfy blanket? If so, it's going to take your whole action.
Yeah, it's gonna take the whole action. I
So
kind of
you're up.
slowly
You can
get
grab
up.
a weapon, maybe
Yeah.
throw on a piece of armor. That's all good. And Scrimbleshanks is just gonna. You're not really asleep since you were awakened by all this. You just don't
Yeah,
care.
but now
Just
there's
gonna roll
actual
over.
sounds of battle, so alright, I can't ignore it now. So I'll get up and pull out my weapons and generally be ready for fights.
Yep. Okay. There's nothing immediately around you, but yeah, you can see there is some conflict going on. So brings us to the end of the turn. That was a simultaneous action. So, Bill, roll a d6. And is anyone on your side casting? I'm casting.
Oh dear.
Yes, I am casting.
I'm tempted to cast, but I'm more melee character at this point, so it would be something really stupid that I'll try if I was going
Can
to
I
cast.
see over my tent? Like, was
Yeah.
the part that was okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be casting then.
Cool. All right. Good number, Radnar. And you go first. So all the casters. So Bill, you were casting, you said?
Yes, I am casting.
Already casting.
I'm casting Dimension Door, and
Okay.
I'm going to end up over here.
Okay, yeah. Move yourself away. That's smart. Stoltheim, you were casting?
Yes, I'm going to be casting Magic Missile.
Okay. Which
I-
target? Torquia's got one on her. Dilga's got two on her. Galen is now facing down one. The two behind you are frozen in place, maybe alive, maybe dead. You don't know.
You can do one per. You've got individual missiles that can send individually.
Yeah,
Actually, I
you
get
can
3
you
missiles
can have more than one
now.
target.
Yeah, I get 3 missiles now. Oh my god, yay! All right.
If you want to, you don't have to.
So I
you.
want to do is there one I think I'm just gonna see the one on like Torquia and just unload all of them into her.
Okay.
Hers.
Yeah, go ahead and roll all the damage.
That would be that
Roll
one.
all the damage.
3d6 plus 1, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Boop.
I think it's +1 for each missile, isn't it?
Yeah, so 12.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, 12 points. Okay. Not quite enough to take it out, but certainly hurts it. Okay, so I think that was all the magic on your side. So next would be...
Can I try and speak as a free action?
Yeah, you can talk if it's short.
I wanna shout out in like Sylvan to them, like who sent you? Because I'm seeing them now in the firelight and stuff. I'm like, are these like fae or what type of like wood sprite is this? So I'm wondering if the Sylvan will catch attention.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, you do so. They can't respond until their turn, however.
Yeah.
So that was all of magic. Anyone got missile? Styrl does. He's going to shoot one of these on Dilga. I'm just going to go ahead and roll that real quick. Boom. Oh,
Using the weapon section on my damn character sheet.
Anyone else with ranged? Nope. Okay. Melee. So let's start with Dilga. You've got 2 on you still.
I'm loving the.
Oh, you hit one.
No, that was me.
That's Galen. Galen, you still hit one. 8 points damage. Leaves 3. Hey, Dilga. AC 3. You hit one. Which one? Right or left?
Right.
Right. Okay. So 6 points. Okay, and Scrimbleshanks, anything?
He's desperately trying to find his. Oh, there it is. Yeah. If I can, I'll get over here and attack this one because it's closest. So.
Sure. Yeah.
Take a thing.
You hit and kill it.
Hey.
Exactly 5
Oh,
left.
yeah,
Okay, so there you go.
Aha. Backstab.
Okay.
I mean, not backstab. I'm definitely not thief.
Front stab.
Yeah.
No, we can't see their character names of Topclaw and Sterling that on our thing. We can only see it on the screen on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't know who the characters' names are, I've got a good reason to. I can't see them. They're invisible to me.
Okay. Yeah,
All
fair
right.
enough.
I see. Yes.
Okay, so it's now their turn. I said
How many
magic.
blow up?
Yeah, this one. What's that?
How many blow up?
Yeah, this one blows up, and it's going to affect Galen, Kelter, Stoltheim, Torquia, not Scrimbleshanks. All right, so you guys say versus Dragon's Breath.
Success. I take half for whatever the damage is.
Crit.
Yeah, it's not a thing, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Okay, those of you who did not save take 24 points of damage, and I need to roll for Kelter. Otherwise, take 12.
There goes half my current hit points.
Oh no!
Do we all need to save?
No,
No, we're okay.
nope.
Hey. The prophecy is fulfilled.
Might. Hold on, let me see.
You didn't need to know
You
his
might have
name.
lost.
Don't
You
worry.
might have lost the other cleric already. Let me see. Where's Kel? Oh no, he's still up. Not by a lot, but he's still up. And Torquia actually needs to save. Oh, she saves just fine, so she takes 12. And she's fine. Stoltheim, did you save?
Yes, I take 12.
So you take 12. Okay, so and that was the blast radius and all of that. The 2 on you, Dilga. Okay, so I'm into melee now. So here we go. Boom, miss, and miss. Wow, it's just a standoff over there. So the field is clear except for the 2 that are still attacking the dwarf and this frozen one over here just underneath the tree. You're not sure if it's alive or dead, but it is frozen. So let's continue on. Constantine, give me a d6 for the side. Anybody casting on your side? I'm casting on my side.
I'm casting.
Okay, Constantine, d6 roll, please.
I did.
3.
3, 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Boom, boom.
Yep.
That was the end of Dilga.
Actually, Dilga, roll me a luck check, high or low, to see which one explodes because it matters.
High, because I wish to be high.
Low. Okay, unfortunately, yep, it's the one with the higher hit points, which does more damage.
Hey, all I gotta say is, if this one dies, I'm making another dwarf the exact same way, and you guys can't do anything about it.
It'll be her sister.
No, it's gonna be It's gonna be someone she knew, just not family.
All right, make me a save versus Dragon's Breath, please.
Yes, sir. All right. Against Dragon Breath. Okay.
You make it. So you only take 9 points of damage. As this thing blows up like a pipe bomb and just rains sharp stones, thorns, and sharp sticks and branches upon you. And that counts for all of them except for the one that is frozen here in the wood line. You continue to hear a scupper snore on in the background.
Okay, we move the frozen one out of range and then shoot it from a distance to make it blow up.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste a spell on it if that's all that's left.
Yep. Yeah, you don't know if it's alive or dead, but yeah, it breaks into brittle little pieces when you take it off and chop it up and do other things to it. Okay. Is anyone terribly injured? Kelter is offering aid.
Kelter is. I cast.
He is offering aid to other people before he offers aid to himself.
Give me 2 minutes and I'll be fine.
Yeah, I choose to aid Kelter and I cast Cure Serious on him.
Okay.
So it's 2d6 plus 2, I think.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it, and he's going to do the same thing and cast on Dilga.
So 12 for you total. I won't need healing. I'll be good by morning.
Did you say he does
take 8 points back, Dilga, as Kelter lays on hands, heals you.
All right.
Is that sure serious? Did you say?
Yeah.
That's He can do level 4 spells. Wow,
Yeah.
that's more impressive. Wow, I'm impressed.
I can do 1.
No, Kelter can do level 4 spells.
Oh, Kelter can? Oh. Ooh.
If that's what Bert's rolling, yeah, Kelter can do
Oh,
level 4 spells. That's pretty damn high.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how recently did he become a cleric, did you tell me?
From his talking just a few months ago.
He's already
How
that.
many people has he killed to get their XP? Blood on this man's hands.
He didn't take
No.
a boat here. It was just the millions of people he killed and walked on their bodies over
That's
the river.
the thing, because like that's gonna dawn on Stoltheim of like, wait, what? That quickly he can do a spell that powerful as a cleric, and the fact that he lied about his original patron and all that. Now the gears is starting to turn a bit, and Stoltheim's like a little like. Kind of glad I didn't confide in him.
Stirl is going to see if he can retrieve any of the crossbow bolts. He admits to never firing the damn thing before. He just thought it was cool.
I don't even ever range weapons.
He is going to go and patrol around to see if there are any other issues. So is Torquia. She is not convinced this is over. She's going to patrol as well. Scupper continues to snore in the back of the caravan.
I saw no sign of them before they burst out of the ground. Even with my elven eyes, nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. So those of you that got a glimpse of them before turning to face the firelight, they didn't have a heat signature. Like there was nothing.
So is there eruptions in the ground still, or is the ground magically healed?
Yep.
Wood troll.
Okay. So this happened on second watch. So this is fairly late into the night. There's still hours before dawn. So after a bit, Torka and Stirl will come back saying that they don't see anything else.
Stoltheim just goes back into his cot, goes to bed.
I was going to say, Scrumbleshanks is already there. Or in his, not yours.
Wow.
I mean,
oh, I love the skylight you put in. Oh, thank you.
You can sleep under the stars now and still be in your tent, sort of.
Well, that's normally how Galen sleeps, is under the stars. So he's got happy
Yeah.
to. Galen will, even though he's not technically on third, what he's done is 2 hours meditating because he's an elf. So he can also stick around just to make sure there's nothing else going on. But he'll let the other 2 take primary watch. He'll just be around, looking around, praying to his
Kelter. Kelter's going back to sleep. Torquia and Stirl, however, too keyed up. They are going to they'll stoke the campfire, put on some strong tea, and they're going to stay up the rest of the night. They're convinced that this was bad tidings. There might be more, so they don't want to let down their guard. So they'll actually go and put on the rest of their armor so that they are ready for such things. Radnar, what are you doing?
I guess it's third watch now.
Yes, third watch starts, and you've got extra people. Stirl and Torquia are staying up.
Okay. Not much. I'll probably read.
Okay. Oh, so you're not going to stay watch then? Yeah, that's fine. If you want to do your study and just let Stirl and Torquia take this watch, they're happy too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Read me a bedtime story.
Morning comes.
I'll make sure the horses are all right.
Yeah, they got thicker skin than most of you, but they do have like little pebbles and thorns that kind of are.
I'll take care of the horses.
Yeah, not bad enough to hurt any of them, but it's on them.
Yeah.
Scupper gets up at dawn and he stokes the fire and starts throws down his iron pans and he starts breaking out what he calls food. Throws down a big old cube of lard on that cast iron, pulls out some bacon, which may or may not have gone rancid at this point. Throws in some bread and a little bit of butter, and then he starts cooking. And 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 he It starts making some kind of porridge out of it all.
I think you may want to do that purify spell where stop line. Yeah, I can create food, so if you want lemon bread, we're good.
You can make pie too.
Yeah.
All kinds of pie.
Yep.
I choose to eat a pie today.
Dilga, did you go back to sleep or did you stay up after the encounter?
I stayed up for about an hour before trying to fall asleep.
Okay, then you're fine. You got enough rest. Galen doesn't need but a few hours to meditate, so he's fine. So everybody got enough rest, except for possibly Styril and Twerkia, who stayed up for most of the night and didn't get much sleep.
That'd be a neat application of the spell. Neutralize poison to get rid of all the fatigues.
Yeah, fatigue toxin.
Yeah.
Create the stim patch in D&D.
Yeah. That's a level 4 spell, works on one person, but yeah. Hey, detail pink.
Summon coffee. Okay.
So it is.
Scupper really doesn't make any mention. He doesn't seem to realize anything happened over the night. No one's badly injured anymore. At some point, Kelter will clue him in that you were all attacked during the night. He's like, oh, okay. Well, you all seem to have done your job really well. Here, I call this Scupper's breakfast feast. You put something gruel-like that has a gray, pasty look to it.
I pull a pie out of the pie pack.
Yeah, it's called Scupper's breakfast feast because it's the gruel he serves in the morning. Later on, it'll be Scupper's lunch feast.
I pull out some muffins made from that stuff that I grew from what that space guy gave me. And I get some of those out.
Oh, wait, can I get one of them?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. What flavor pie do I have? Is there a roll?
I do actually have a roll.
Okay, you tell me.
Roll me a D12. I assume you're using Galen's pie making thing.
Yes, sir. I got a 5 today. What kind of pie is on
Gooseberry.
Oh, delicious. Oh, Stoltheim is like happier than a pig in shit right now.
Do you know they're not actually made out of real goose?
I know.
Are they made out of real berry?
No.
They're made out of gooseberries. All male geese. All right. Well, you get the show on the road.
Yeah, it's just a berry of one goose in particular that reduces all the berries. It's what's gooseberry, not geeseberries.
So you travel on.
Just remind you, I've got a horse and I'm scouting ahead regularly.
Yeah. So in the middle of the 12th day of travel, last day of travel, nothing else happens the rest of the way. The caravan comes in sight of, you're assuming, your destination. Scupper announces, "Welcome to Pittstown. Hope you enjoy it. You'll be here a while." Small town at the base of Aegon's central range of hills. It's surrounded by a stout stone wall. Doesn't look as if the town has been here long at all, though. All the buildings look brand new. Most of them are unexceptional single-story dwellings and warehouses, but one stands out and catches your eyes immediately. It's a very strange building in the center of town. It's circular and at least 5 stories in height, 100 yards in diameter. It's built all of white stone. Large entrances can be seen at the 4 cardinal points of the compass. A steady line of basket-laden donkeys led by men issue from the east entrance. The donkeys head out of town's east gate and off into the hills. There's also a line of returning donkeys with empty baskets. Your caravan is greeted with enthusiasm. Oddly enough, there are no old people or children here. Everyone is youthful and hardy. The workers here are all of both sexes, and there are many dwarves and gnomes. Most of you have never seen a gnome before. They don't really exist on mainland. And yeah, they seem to be getting along marvelously with everyone else here.
Stoltheim sees one and leans down to Scrimbleshanks and is like,
"Oh, you have never seen a gnome for sure."
Right. I'm like, are you guys related somehow? I've never seen like that.
I don't recognize anybody from my family tree, so no, I don't think we're related.
Okay. Okay. I was just curious. It just doesn't dawn on me that it's a gnome.
Curiosity killed the gnome, so no.
I'm the lack of anyone who looks over 30 or around that physical age. The lack of non-young people definitely has my character being like, the fuck is happening here?
No. The lack of non-children. Everyone here is young, like very hale and hearty young folk, just not children.
Yes. There's no children and there's no old people, and that's a lot.
No old people.
That's something that has a couple of questions I want to know.
You're a dwarf, though, so everyone's young compared to you. Maybe the elf.
No,
but there were dwarf people here.
First and foremost, the elf might be older than me. Secondly, the gnome and the halfling, whichever one Richard is, Scrimbleshanks.
I think you've been called out, Richard.
I can't. I don't know. I mean, all of the gnomes I've ever met are evil, and he doesn't seem so evil, so he's probably a halfling.
I don't actually think your character's probably never seen a gnome. To be honest,
no, but I mean, in
never
person, I have never met a nice gnome in game.
Yeah, for real, he's never met a nice gnome.
Yeah.
Well, your caravan moves towards that giant building. It turns out to be a single huge room inside. The roof is held up by tall columns at regular intervals. Your first thoughts upon entering is that you've never been in such a noisy place in your life. Donkeys bray, machinery clinks and whines. Workers are just barely heard above all the din in here. In the center of the unpaved floor is a pit heading straight down. It's big, about 30 yards across, and it's surrounded by chest-high railing, punctuated with metal gates here and there around it. Above the shaft, a series of enormous pulleys hang from the ceiling. They trail a taut metal chain down into the depths of that pit. The pulleys seem to be powered by some kind of machinery up in the ceiling, and you see more of those gnomes kind of working various levers and gears up there.
Reminds me of home, just a lot louder. And wetter.
Yep. Most of the noise is coming from the pit, and you can't help but notice that the grinding and rumbling noise is getting louder or closer. No one else around you seems to be alarmed by this at all.
Well, we are moving closer to the city, so that makes sense.
I'm like, Stoltheim's like looking around, like, what the?
So Scupper waits and just tells everybody to hold on, and the sound finally abates as a long cylinder is pulled up out of that pit by the chains, and hatches all around the cylinder open up, and hot, sweating gnomes spill out. Cool drinks are given to them as they just keep pouring out. They all seem like they've been working in a mine shaft. They're dirty. They're carrying pickaxes and shovels.
Okay. I mean, anybody know what this is?
I mean, they have pickaxes. Are they mining?
Inside the metal tube? That seems weird.
Scupper pulls out some documents and calls each of you forward by whatever name you signed up for the military is. You lot will be going down to the site in car number 4, which just came up. It leaves in just a few minutes, so you better go ahead and get your gear stowed aboard. I'll be going along with you. Maybe then you'll get an answer to some of those questions.
Oh,
My first question is, what's a car? And who signed me up for? And my second question is, who signed me up for the army? Which one of you guys was it?
you remember when you ate that bad food and were very sick and lucid for
Yeah.
like 24 hours?
I know that.
We
I
had
mean,
you
vaguely
sign
I
it.
remember that.
We had you sign it. Yeah,
You had me
if we
sign
had,
it while I was ill.
yeah, if we
That'll
had
never
the
hold
copy
up.
of the Green Company papers, we'd have you sign that too. But
Scrimbleshank remembers a dream where he was like signing autographs because he was famous, and
Yeah. No, I mean that's not legal. I signed it under my stage name.
Look, to be fair, most people will just sign with an X. So X. Next person on the document, X. Next person on the document, X.
Yep.
They're
So
pretty
Scupper
literal
starts
in fantasy worlds usually. So you know.
unloading several of the gear that was stowed in the back of the wagon, and he gets Skier and Kelter to help. They're the two larger of the group, and they start helping him haul stuff over. Torquia goes and grabs what little belongings she has, and she just kind of shrugs and goes on board of this strange cylinder.
I get someone to look after my horse, which would probably basically give them the horse.
You're not going to take the horse with you into the cylinder.
No.
Oh, okay.
Gather my things. I look at Skipper's list to see what Scrimbleshanks' stage name is, and just go, "Huh, Mr. Short but Long."
It's something
Must be a
Dinklage.
sword.
I don't. All right, what are you guys doing?
Suppose we'll get ready and go in the car. That seems to be where the plot's pointing us. So.
I mean, we could go AWOL.
We just run. No,
Yep.
I'm gonna head to the wherever he told me to go. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna do something really stupid, and I'm going to advise Rednall do the same. Open your eyes.
it's just.
Yeah. Well, you have 10 minutes as all the things are being loaded aboard. So, one thing that you notice right away, Galen, is there's a distinct lack of magic around you. Normally, there's always kind of like, if you think of magic like background radiation, right? There's always a certain amount of magic whenever you open your sight and look around, because living things typically radiate some magic. This area, other than the living people around you, has like a really low amount of magic in the background, like unusually low.
I panic for a moment and sort of see if I can reach out to my goddess and sort of, am I still connected to her?
You get her remote answering service.
No, that's just get the ping from the, make sure the things.
Yeah. Nope. You're still able to access her divine grace, just not between 9 and 5, and by appointment only. All right, yeah, so that's the only thing that's unusual about it. Radnar, do you do the same?
Yeah.
Radnar, yeah?
Yeah.
I want you to make me an intelligence check.
No, I'm gonna fail.
Yep.
I just know it.
I would normally just give it to you, but this is kind of out there, so I want to roll. Low success.
Yeah.
While not overly familiar with gnomes yourself, you do know of their existence. You know that they are very mechanically inclined. And in passing, you might have read a reference that gnomish works tend to deplete an area of residual magic. It's like the two things are not very compatible with each other. And it's something you read in passing. You're not even sure if it was well cited or not. So everybody loads aboard. Yes, Galen, they actually do have a stable master will take control of your horse. You are given a wooden token got a number on it, so that you can retrieve your horse. It will be taken well care of.
Can we just ask a question of the people around us? Hey, where's all the old and young and babies?
Well, they're not very good workers now, are they?
So what you do with them then?
We didn't invite them here.
Okay. Just needed to know. Some peoples have had different answers to that, but I took the educated guess that you probably didn't do that.
Being a dwarf, I mean, you probably have an understanding of like when dwarves go out, like to make mining camps, for instance, when they're just working a particular vein or something like that. It's not like you take your families with you. It's not like you set up shop for anything else other than your needs of the moment. And you kind of get the feeling that's what this place is. All the buildings that have been thrown up are very quick, and they're not homes. They all have a use, either storage, general merchandise, that sort of thing. There are no homes in this town.
I needed to know. It's each town's different. Some towns, like for myself, I'm a desert dwarf, so some towns they do something with the old that is not favorable compared to the rest of the party. Sometimes you need some more food, and the old people are just.
Once you turn 20, we enter you into the lottery, and then you go into.
I mean, there's at least 1,000 calories in an old person.
Soylent Green.
At least. Yeah.
Soylent Green. No, you just eat them.
So you've all piled into this cylinder, and for several minutes, nothing really happens. And then suddenly the cylinder begins to descend with a jerk. Gerald jumps and lets out an oath. Kelcher admonishes him for his language. The cylinder sways as it descends, but then the swaying gradually ceases and the ride becomes smoother. There are windows in this machine, and you can see that the pit darkens. There are no light outside to see how fast you're sinking. Nor is there any real way, like even those that you can see, like you've got light in this cylinder, so it's kind of interfering with your dark vision. You just seem to be plunging into a very dark, deep hole. Scupper says, well, now we've got quite a long ride, about a day's worth, in fact. Hope you brought some cards or dice. We're well stoked with food and drink, and there's a strange Nomus device in the back of the car that'll serve us an in-house, in this case. Joke? In-house? Out? No? Yeah.
With everybody watching?
Yeah.
Oh.
I did ask if you had a deck of cards. I guess that's the entertainment if you don't have a deck of cards.
Yeah. Watch people go to the bathroom.
And you're trying to get practice in for going anywhere, so.
Yeah.
So if you didn't catch that, he said you've got about a day's worth of travel.
Yeah.
So what is this car thing that they were talking about then? What does it do?
Oh, this chamber just helps us get from here to there.
Where's there?
Wait.
Down. Way down.
Is this like a shaft? Is this like one of these lifts?
Yeah, you're basically being dropped down this very, very deep hole.
Okay, I had to put it in mining terms. It was either that or a mine cart pulled by something. One of the two. Both are efficient. Both do their jobs. Just depends on what you want.
So he pulls out his pipe and strikes some flint and tinder to light it up and says, look, a few years ago, an Alphasian skyship skipper, now you've never heard of skyships either, named Haldemar found a place beneath the earth, a really big place, bigger than all of Alphasia itself. People live down there too, and we're going to own it, all of it. For the last several years, we've been digging this shaft down to this new world. One day, not too far in the future, we'll have cars on cables roaring up and down, carrying troops and treasures up to Alphasia, carrying colonists and governors down to the new world. Alphasia is already the richest empire on Mystara. With our new colonies, we're going to be twice as rich. And folk like you, soldiers and retainers who get in before the truth is revealed to the world, will have a good deal coming. You'll have early choice on land to the colonizing.
Who's Alphasia again?
The Empire won't forget your efforts. Alphasia is the large landmass to the east, who's currently at war with Phaeacia, which is where a lot of the settlers came from in your neck of the woods.
When you get part way down, do you have to flip up the other way in order to... No, wait, was that Scrumbleshanks or was that Fig Jam?
I don't think we're
Who
going
went to
that
the-
deep. I don't think we're going deep enough where
If you're asking if it was Fig Jam that was in the Hollow Earth.
Yeah. So, yes. So Scrumbleshanks does not ask that question.
Is this like when? Are we going into some area that's kind of like the not the Underdark, I think it's called, but like somewhere in between, like up and the Underdark or something like that?
No, very different. It's better if you wait and see it for yourself. Words can't really do it justice.
Stoltheim just looking out the window, and every now and then just mutters under his breath, "There is something on the wing."
It's fine, it's fine. You get used to it, like getting used to smoking smoke leaf, man. You just get used to it, man.
It's a really fat and old William Shatner crouched in the shadow of the wing.
There's something on the wing.
I look on the other wing and see John Lithgow. So, I mean, you said it would take a day to do this. How fast are we traveling? I mean, is a day... I mean, are we going 1 mile down? Are we going a mile in a day? Or what?
It's very deep. I don't know the actual measurement.
Okay. Okay, I guess... I mean... Unless Randall wants to kill us mass dyspeptic bowels... I don't really know what else we're going to be doing here for the next day. Do we need to keep a watch, or can we just try and go back to sleep?
Oh, no, we're safe. We got 4 of these chains going now. Each one has 2 cars on it. There's a car beneath us. You didn't see it because it was empty. They didn't haul it up. 1 at each end.
All right, well then. Good night.
Yeah. Has anyone else got any questions for him?
What are we doing
Kelter
when
asks,
we get down there?
Kelter asks, why don't your wizards just teleport you there? Skepper says, don't they wish? They would if they could, but magic don't really work the same down there. Some spells just won't go. No one seems to be able to get from the world above to the new world below by means of magic. Something between the 2 worlds keeps it from happening.
I mean, to be fair, I'd say I'm not a very good magic man myself. I've never dealt with it. But from what I know from reading on stuff, if I'm correct, it kind of, the farther away something is and the more you have to pierce through the earth, the more fucky it gets, the more hard it is. Especially when you're trying to move large amounts of people, large amounts of material. At that point, just make a shaft. At that point, it'd just be easier and cheaper.
Exactly. That's what we done. Those gnomes, they're trying to engineer a new type of conveyance. This one will go all the time in the same direction. Each car will have to pass through some kind of thingy at each end to help it stay attached to the chain when the chain passes through the pulley. I don't know how it works, but the gnomes say it'll work all right. When that's done, we can have bigger cars arriving every hour or so. Then we'll really be moving troops. And treasure.
Well, once this job's done, if they ever need more work, which I doubt, I guess I could probably see if they want to I could see if they could help my clan back home, if I can get back home.
Well, you did see a number of dwarves up there. They were part of the mining teams as well.
Is this chute where the enemy is?
No,
Where
this is
we're
New
going?
World, unexplored territory.
All right.
They're doing this amidst a war?
Yeah, think of all the resources we could bring back. Help the war effort.
Ah, fascinating.
Also, I think considering how far away it is and the fact that it seems to be semi-self-reliant to some degree, it might be just not expensive compared to the war. Wars cost a bit more than a shaft.
You said shaft.
Yeah.
Not a shaft that goes down for a whole day, it doesn't.
Yeah, but that's not my place to say. That's the DM's part.
No, that shaft can come up on occasion.
Yeah, so it's about 16 hours. People get some sleep on and off before there's a change. It's been pretty smooth, and it's been you really can't tell how fast you're going, but suddenly it seems to slow and it starts to sway a little bit again. And Scupper says, "Oh, we're coming up to midpoint. A chance to stretch your legs." Through the windows now, you can see like an enormous pool of lava filling the entire shaft below. And it looks like your cylinder is descending right into it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What's happening? What's happening? Where? Why? Blah, 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 blah. I'm pointing.
Yeah. And just as you're starting to worry, the cylinder begins to shudder as it starts to slow. And then about 100 feet above the lava, it stops beside a large platform, which leads to a large lighted cavern cut into the rock behind it.
I'll only panic when the other dwarves start panicking.
I won't.
All right, I've got an image. Give me a second here. Put this on the screen. Let's do layer. Map layer. Yeah, let's do it as a map layer. That'll work.
These are not AA batteries. They look like them, but they're not.
There. Okay. So yeah, you're descending. So that's you guys right here.
Can you move the other
And this
figures
big
up?
lake of lava about 100 feet below you, and then there's this platform with all kinds of
Can you move
strange
The
machines on it.
other figures out of the way because we can see them. It's hard to read.
Yeah, thought this would cover them up, but I guess not. Yeah, hold on. Let's do this. Tokens.
Yeah, that'll work.
There you go.
Cool.
All right. In this platform, it's a very broad shelf cut into the stones. The edge overlooks the lava-filled shaft below you, and there are a lot of machines with some kind of screw on the front. So your cylinder opens up, and a kind of an extendable drawbridge is pushed out so that it connects with the door that's facing this platform, and people start unloading onto that platform. Well, you've got about an hour or so to stretch your legs, enjoy the cool air, get something fresh to eat and drink. Have a look about if you'd like.
Are we at the halfway point? What? Hey.
About halfway point. Yep.
That's fair enough.
You see a lot of the workers are just heading past the platform into this area in the back here that has a lot of small buildings. It looks like a town. And, it's obviously set up to provide services to people traveling. And the area is cool here. You notice as you get off the platform, there seems to be just like a cool flow of air that comes from the back, kind of forcing its way in this way.
I don't really know that I want to get off here. All the things will all be overpriced and all kinds of crap. They've got a monopoly here, so they can charge whatever they want. I don't know that.
Yep. Yeah, the plaza's filled with chairs, benches, tables surrounded by vendors of juice, wine, food. Despite what you said, all the goods are all very inexpensive. It's few copper pieces to get a refreshing drink.
How did he get the materials down to here?
Oh, this is all government subsidized. That's why it's all so cheap.
I mean,
how we get everything down here.
Again, it's the question of how they get the stuff down here. Does it come down on a different
Well,
line? It doesn't matter.
Yep. Okay, you guys doing anything? There are about 20 other people aboard, as well as your group, and they kind of stretch their legs. They go and grab some things to eat, drink, enjoy the fresh air. So while that cylinder that you were in was spacious, after about 16 hours of everybody in there sweating, it was hot, it smelled bad. So people are getting a little cool breeze and a little bit of rest before being packed back into the tuna can.
Stoltheim's gonna just like wander and look at the things for sale, just window shopping.
Mm-hmm. There are some unique things. There's all kinds of fruit juices. There are wines and beers. Someone is selling something called popped corn. You get all kinds of flavors.
Has someone got a sheet they're doing puppets up against to watch me eating the popcorn?
Nope. Anyway, everybody just kind of lounges. There's lots of places to sit, lay, or rest, and everyone is just getting a little break from the confines of that tube you've been in for the last 16 hours.
Okay, so just us around. Why we stopped here? Well, I mean, why here? Is this like a particular point where they thought it would be good to stop, with the particular resources here that they stopped? Why?
Well, part of it is, yes, we always bring, you probably didn't see it, but there's a cylinder below ours. They're going to be unloading that just right below this shelf. There's a little loading dock. So they're taking food, equipment, materials in. It takes them about an hour to unload.
Okay. But we need to go on, right?
Yeah, but they need supplies too.
Right, so why are we stopping here? Why does this place exist?
Because
why do we just not keep going on to the bottom?
well, I think they need a pit stop. They need a pit stop so that they can rest, but more importantly, it's more efficient to just have a pit stop here with a bunch of food and water and all these things so that people can, eat and then just go.
Right, but why
Well,
here?
someone points at the machines that have kind of like the screw ends. It's like, well, to be honest, that's a good question. They are doing something here with those odd machines, burrowing into the rocks, creating new tunnels. No one's really enlightened us as exactly what they're doing, but there's a lot of excavation going on here.
Hey, as long as it's not completely evil, I don't think anyone minds.
Evil.
I mind. I am down here now. not up there.
Well, I only state it because you know how some folk are, but I think it's probably under control. I'm not paid enough to question it.
Okay.
That's exactly when you should question it.
Yeah, but you know, soldiers in the army don't do that.
Well, too soon. It's time for you and your fellow travelers to load back into the cylinder and recommence the descent. Scupper asks everyone to shut and fasten down their windows and then checks to make sure they're all shut correctly. He then hands out cheap leather bags, one per person. He won't say what they're for, but announces, if they become necessary, you'll know what to do with them. Finally, he sits down in a chair, muttering to himself, I hate this part. Hold on tight! Suddenly, the cylinder jerks into motion and plummets 100 feet, bringing your heart into your mouth. You hit the lava pool seconds later at high speed and immediately sink into the fiery depths. The temperature inside the cylinder begins to rise rapidly. The air becomes very hot and stuffy. The cylinder continues to sink in the lava for what seems like an eternity, downward and downward and downward, and something very strange happens. You begin to feel dizzy and have an odd sensation of weightlessness. You actually begin to float free, unless you're holding on to something. Considering all the... Yeah, you begin to wish you hadn't eaten that snack, had that drink, or anything else you might have imbibed at midpoint as your stomach rebels. Anyone that did actually sample any of the wares at midpoint, please make me a constitution check.
Oh, I probably would have, definitely.
I just window shopped.
I can't
Maybe had a
imagine why I
drink,
wouldn't
so,
have, so yeah.
Does ale count?
Yes.
Okay. What save do
Oh.
I need to make?
Oh,
Con
that's
check.
Okay.
Yes, Galen now understands what the leather bag is used for.
Damn.
No. It's worse than dyspeptic bowels.
I look at Radnor as Galen starts throwing up, like, what'd you do to him?
Not me!
After a few minutes, the queasiness eases. You begin to feel your weight again, and the chairs gradually swivel around until you're all facing the same way. Oddly enough, the cylinder seems to have reversed in direction during all this time. It's now rising instead of falling. Your speed is also slowing down. Perhaps the cylinder is beginning to reach bottom? Top? Then the last thing you expect to happen does. The cylinder pops out of the lava. You're back at midpoint?
Okay, well, I mean...
Scupper just kind of smiles and says, look, the one we stopped at on the way down is midpoint up. On the other side of the lava, may feel like we're going up, but then everything's run around down here. In fact, we're still going in the exact same direction we were before.
But now it's up?
So I think so Richard asked this earlier of like, or someone did. Do you reverse at some point?
No, we do reverse at some point. Yeah.
In a way.
So eventually you weary traveler see light far above. Gradually the reddish light becomes brighter and brighter. Finally the cylinder is hauled up out of the shaft to the top of a set of pulleys and machinery identical to that which you saw coming down. But you're standing in the open air, not in a building. Looking out of the windows, which have been opened up now, you see that they are in a small walled town surrounded by what looks like jungle or tropical rainforest. The sun overhead is at high noon. It's a funny blood red color, not yellow like the sun that you're used to. Yes, those of you that were in the Hollow World, you're back.
Yeah, it's just, doesn't it familiar? But it did threaten that it'll say it'll be relevant, so.
Mm-hmm.
Meh. But it threatens a lot of things.
I do. All right, let me remove this picture and go to another.
Well, at least Radnor knows how to communicate with the locals anyway.
Yeah, you can get some more of that mushroom you like.
Exactly.
There we go. You are now in the city of Haldemar, founded in the Hollow Earth. You guys are starting right here in the pit, as where your cylinder is hauled up.
Does this mean we know another way to get out of here? Not that I remember how we got out of here last time, but
Via magic carpet.
yeah, something like that.
Yep.
Oh, we ended up actually in that we actually ended up in that Amber castle as well too. We didn't even get back to our world. We ended up on the magic castle that Fig Jam claimed was his.
All right. So you are given your assignments. You're being assigned to the army. So you are being led off into this area where you are given your assignments. You are all put in the same building. We'll say building 1 here. And you're going to be given some time to decompress after that long trip. You are given your soldiering gear.
When you say building 1, which of the 3 building 1s in the army say?
No, just the one that I pinged on right there. This one. That's the one that you're all in
the middle one.
Yeah. So you're all issued gear, which includes basic stuff: chainmail, shield. If you want a weapon, crossbow, swords. They've got spears. You're free to use your own, of course. If you want to use your own armor, they simply give you a tabard to put over your army to show that you are part of the army. It's got the Aegis symbol on it.
You said they'll give us crossbows?
If you want a crossbow, you can have a crossbow.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
don't have
magical,
any ranged things.
Not magical. Yeah.
How many bolts can I get for it?
They give you a quiver of 20.
Perfect. Okay.
Yep. Those of you that don't have armor, but I think everyone does.
I don't.
You don't? Do you want it? You will be given a set of chainmail. Actually, for you, they're going to need some time to let it out a bit.
I mean, wouldn't that hamper my spellcasting?
Yes, it does. I mean, you can wear it, but it does hamper your spellcasting.
I'm not going to wear it. No.
Okay.
I may regret that, but I'm not gonna.
So you, Sterile, basically your whole caravan is bivouacked here. It looks like there are several other bunks. Each bunk has like a little locker at the front of it. Key is in there, so you can put any personal items in there. It looks like you've got a dozen other people that you're sharing this with, but they're not here now. Your commanding officer tells you, get some rest. We'll give you out your duty tomorrow. It tells you where the mess hall is. Just whenever, get some rest. Whenever you wake up, mess hall runs 24/7. You can always get food and drink. We'll inform you as to what you'll be doing after you've rested up a bit.
Sure thing, Sarge. Whatever. I don't know.
Sir, yes, sir.
It's not that regimented because a lot of the people here are new recruits, don't understand that kind of system. So it's pretty. It's not very regimented. Let's put it that way.
So the commander leaves, right?
Yes, he does. Leaves you.
Right.
Leaves you be.
Who are the other people?
And
who
the only
were
people
part of our
in
thing?
here are the people that were on the caravan with you, minus Scupper. Scupper did not join you.
Oh,
But
that's a
Steer,
shame. I could do with some
Vulture.
Oh, well. I mean, okay, so I look at the others and go, what are we doing here? I don't... Why... Anyone?
Richard, having missed the session,
I watched it back. I still don't know why we're here. I don't know why
We're
we have
finding
joined
out
this
where
army,
all
but
the
we have joined this army.
population's gone, and apparently we think they want wheat here. So
All right. Well,
Honest,
okay. So
it
if
did-
we just find that there are lots of people here, can we just leave again? Is that
why
it?
they're here, what they're doing.
Yeah,
We
I
know
mean,
what they're here for. Conquer it.
you've completed mission. You have figured out where the population went.
Well, we haven't actually seen the population down here. We assume they're down here, but you know.
okay.
Like-
I was about to be like, or do we join the army down here or something? My brain, because I wasn't here for the recruitment part.
You were.
The
Yeah,
join.
you were.
Yep. Yep.
I was. I'm
That was
very
last week.
forgetful.
That was what happened last week.
I am
Yeah,
so
so
sorry.
that was
Yeah, we joined with the army to investigate what's going on here and to see if we can get any leads for our divine
Oh,
providence
you weren't here for
mission.
the divine bit before, were you?
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
So we're like investigating the islands and the area. So this is just a thing that we're doing while we look for clues.
Apologies. My entire brain only thought of the bar.
That's fair. I still want the bar too. I'm glad that someone else agrees.
What's a
So we
dwarf?
could wander
Bargain.
so
around.
you
the-
are alone in the in your hut now, except for again Steer, Kelter, and the other one. I've lost the miniature, so I've lost the name.
The other one, even you
Yeah.
can't remember their names.
I can't. Torquia. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So remember, you have that staff. If this is something worthy of communication, up to you.
We may want to have a quick peek around the other areas first to just get a sense of who else is down here. About the only thing I can think of before you report back, so we know what the population, how much of the populace is down here. And they may have old people down here, you don't know, because they could be in the civilian sector being looking after support staff.
Why would they transport all of the babies down here as well, though? That doesn't make any sense.
No,
Old people
so
are-
it wasn't children that were missing. It was the working population. So young men up to not quite middle-aged men and women. The working portion of the population was missing.
Right, but you said there were no children either.
There
So
were
the
no children.
children must be somewhere.
Well, the children are back in up the towns. Like there were plenty of women and children left
Right,
in.
okay.
Yeah,
But
but
and old people?
Yeah.
Okay.
sorry?
And old people?
yes, exactly. It was just their hale and hearty
Okay.
population
Right,
was missing.
I suspect we were thinking like the entire
Mhm.
broad demographics across the entire range was missing, not the specific group that's here. Okay.
No one will stop you if you want to look around, and that's kind of what you see. There's a civilian area where there's just some thrown together houses with folks here, because you were told that they were colonizing this area as well, this new world.
Yeah.
You are in the army section. There's apparently a navy.
Yeah.
And someone did drop the word of a flying ship out there.
Oh.
There were two army sections as well. Is there any? What's the difference?
So there's the Alphasian army and the Aegis. The Aegis was like the island that you're on.
Right.
Okay. So like you're basically the hometown troops, right? And the Alphasian army is kind of like the federal troops, or the big government troops.
And which one are we dropped into?
The Aegis. I'm sorry, you're
Right,
you're
so
right.
yeah,
It
you were
would've been-
thinking-
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're that one. You're
Fine.
that one. There we
That
go.
makes sense. All right.
Yeah. So while we've found them, we still don't know what they're doing here.
You don't. Right.
Colonizing. That's what he was saying.
You found them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else we can do. I mean, we can't
Go
wipe out a whole
deeper.
population. So,
Can we?
I mean, maybe if we could let the lava in here somehow.
But these aren't the bad guys. These are, well, They're
I don't know.
colonizing, so they're kind of bad guys. But no, this is the good people side that we're with right now.
They're just people. I don't
Because
know
Yeah.
they're
if they're
fighting
all
against
bad.
the Phaeacians.
Yes.
Or...
Well, the
Richard
Alphasians are
joined
fighting the
colonizers.
Right.
Yeah, surprise.
I didn't say that they would. I didn't join them. All
Look, that's the way it is now.
right, fine. I put on
So
my
so
monocle.
you've got this huge camp. So the scale there, half inch equals about 200 feet. So it's a pretty big camp surrounded by stone walls, and you can see jungle on the other side of those walls.
The problem is we don't know how much a half inch is on the screen.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, you can.
That is very
The
true.
squares are right there.
No, the squares are on the map below it. See?
Oh, are they?
The
Ah,
square-
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So
They did not give me a scale, a little scale here to show me what it
they've
is.
got a scale.
But anyway,
Just not a
it's large. It's very large.
All right. Well,
Hmm.
Yeah, they're
So I guess only 2 of your characters have previously been in the Hollow World. Wait, no, Stoltheim was here.
Nope.
No, you weren't. That's right. That was your other
that was
character.
pre.
Yeah.
That was pre-Amber.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's how long we've been around here.
That was
I
like
bet
right before I first joined, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't even remember what we screwed up to ask about to see what happened. I think there was a temple or something and some black rock.
Jades, Panthers.
something.
We've been through a lot.
I mean, okay.
And as you say, half the party's rotated since then. So,
I mean, we've done our thing. I think this is worth reporting to whoever the lady. That's who it is, isn't it? Yeah, I'll report to the lady that
Redrian.
hey, we found them. They're down here.
well, not the-
What do you
not
want us
the
to
lady.
do?
The lady wants to know about any weird stuff. The chap wants to know, the mage wants to know about where the actual problem is. He's the one that gave us this particular quest. The lady said
okay.
follow the chap.
Yeah, the mage.
The lady
So
wants
we
to know if
could...
there's any weird deities involved. And the other one was
Yeah.
found this bull thing over there.
Yeah, so the mage guy, we could send a message with the staff and report if we wanted to at this point, because like this is what he's looking for. But our overarching main storyline quest, not the faction quest, is to find like weird deitic activity, which Kelter is suspicious to me with his god, who's a new god that's like risen in name.
Well, see, that's how you get followers fast. You give them a lot of power right off the bat.
Mm.
So yeah, I'll report to the lady. One of you can report to what's his name, the mage.
Do you want to
Yeah,
tell
just
him
praying for the
Twimblesticks? You want to tell the mage of the story of what we've done so far?
I mean, I could. If you really think I should be making the message.
I don't, but I wanted to ask you to see
You
if
were told
you
to
know.
keep the communication short.
Okay. I asked Radnar what he thinks we should report to the guy. Like, from brains to brains, you know.
I don't know. Do you trust him?
The mage guy? Yeah, he sent us here. I mean, to tell him that there's another world inside of our world is probably a good thing to tell him.
I think that's exactly the kind of thing he wants to hear from us. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what we need to tell him.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll use this. I'll get some privacy and use the staff.
Okay. So you concentrate on the staff, and you're able to make connection with Redrian.
Okay.
And you report.
Yeah.
Well, the mere fact of the existence of the Hollow World makes your mission worthwhile. I never suspected that such a vast place could exist beneath our very feet. I'll have to look into it further, especially since the presence of troops from an unknown world might have a big effect on the war. But I don't see that any of this reflects the activities of any specific immortal. Stay with the assignment for another week or two and keep your eyes open for immortal interference. If you don't find any by the end of the time, then go ahead and make your return to the surface. Perhaps my next assignment will be more fruitful.
Casually return to the surface. Yeah.
So I return to the group and tell them we're gonna stick this out for a bit. And
so that was his side of the conversation. Do you want to ask him anything though, Dion?
The god of the cleric, just be like, keep an eye, look into this guy, this god.
Volthak. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was another part of your mission, was to keep track of any new religions or any new gods that you've heard of. So yeah, he is very enthused about hearing that. You will look into it. Galen, you are trying to communicate with the lady. Give me a wisdom check.
Yeah. Clearly, he doesn't bother reading any of the Green Company mission reports. He doesn't trust the Green Company. Otherwise, he would have known about the Hollow Earth long ago.
Honestly, I think Magpie buried all that information.
He knows. Yeah, like anyone's going to believe that.
I mean, that's a whole new world for her to conquer.
Low, middling success, nothing crazy, but a success.
Okay, so the communication is there. You can reach the lady's presence, but it does feel like she's at a vast distance from you.
It's better than the last time I tried to do it.
Better than the last time. Yep. She's not able to communicate with you directly, but you're able to essentially leave a message.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing. Is also wanted to make sure I could have reached out to the lady.
Yes.
So can I still cast level 5 spells?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, you can still be granted divine inspiration up to level 5.
That's as much as
whether or not they'll work down here, though, is the question. Because one of the things Scupper had said, or one of the townspeople I think said, is that magic is odd down here. Things don't work the way they should.
I'm also assuming that there is, in fact, religious down here. There'll be some group here that follows the lady. There may not be, actively promoting, we follow the lady, but there'll be people following the other gods and everything, because you always have a mixture of religions.
Yep.
So
all right. Well, we're, unless anyone wants to do anything else real quick, we're about at time. Anybody have a question or anything they want to ask about from
the check the leader. Ooh, come back. Let's go to D6.
Well, you've reached the Hollow World yet again for 2 of your characters. You found out where the healthy working population of Aegis has gone. And
into the dirt. Yeah.
Here we go. All right, so we'll end it there. Richard, what do you got going on?
Hi, hello, and I'm Richard. I do things good here on Twitch at LMTDTMFFR. Or say it with me now. Don't even bother.
Limited time offer. No vowels.
All the vowels.
Davis, tell us about your blog.
Yeah, I have a blog where I just put up reviews of stuff I've watched, and there's all this content coming out. Who can keep up? I mean, Steam's still winning. I put out just now. They put out twice the content over just 2 hours. I put out 4 hours of content. Who can keep up?
I don't think your blog's been updated for a while.
No. I'll put up new posts this week. So you just haven't bothering checking it. So that's a different thing.
Okay. Dion, what do you got?
Well, when I'm not playing TTRPGs with all my super cool awesome friends like you guys, you can find me on my channel at Substances Used, where I play retro JRPGs. Right now we're playing through Lufia 2, Rise of the Sinistrals, and it's a pretty fun playthrough so far. So yeah, we're going to get to more of that this weekend.
Awesome. Anything going on with the Frog Gods, Bill?
Yeah, I just started the Oh God, now I can't remember the name of it. Short-term memory loss. Cults of the Sundered Kingdoms. That's it. Started it. We got a couple of spots open. It's pretty decent so far. They're about to get smacked down.
Cool. All right. And if you found us, you know where we are. Go to BlueMagic, BLUMAGIK.com to get almost 16 years of podcasting goodness right now. We also have all of our social links there as well. You can find us on YouTube, Twitch, lots of places, and our Discord channel. So check those out. And I think that, the last member of our party here is an internet black hole, or at least is hiding things from his father. So I don't think he has a plug.
You know,
No.
I do run a game, but honestly, I don't think Twitch would enjoy some of the things I do in the game. I don't think they wish to hear about the war crimes I'm willing to show my players.
Next week, we'll see some of that. All right, guys. Say goodnight.
Say goodnight.
Good night.